this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today with a seasonal post review. I have finished my Christmas project for 2025. I absolutely flew through this one considering the size, I mean by my standards. Not by the standards of a faster diamond painter. But yeah, I managed to get it all done within this Christmas season, despite it being a bit of a big and beastie one. So this is Mystery Kit Christmas Festive by Dominic Davison. It's 97.8 by 69.9 centimetres. And it came out when Diamond Art Club did their Christmas in July release in, funnily enough, July. So I snagged it then, and it has sold out. It sold out reasonably quickly, I think. And mystery kits are always limited edition, so unfortunately if you like the look of what you see here, you would have to go to a D-stash group to try and pick this up now. But yeah, I loved it. This was my fourth ever mystery kit that I've completed, and they remain my favourites. I absolutely love them, and every time I work on one I worry that I've spoiled normal diamond paintings for myself, but it's fine. I go back and I adjust, and you know, I still enjoy normal diamond painting just as much, but there is just something really just beyond satisfying to me about a mystery kit, and having this, well, not entirely blank canvas, because if you're familiar with how Diamond Art Club does their canvases, they do have some colours running through them. They just don't correspond to the drills that you're going to put down, and that's to kind of distract your eye from the image to keep it as a mystery. But yeah, you place your drills and they emerge from the background, and I love it. Anyways, so needless to say, this video is going to contain all the spoilers for this kit. I assume that you will not have clicked on this kit, given the thumbnail, clicked on this video even, if this is a kit that you don't want spoiled for you. But yeah, just to be clear, I'm going to show you the completed kit. Okay, what else have I got to say before I actually show it to you? Oh, I'll cover off some more stats. It has 68 colours, which includes 3 Aurora Borealis and 3 Fairy Dust diamonds. It had 110.5, just about, 1,000 diamonds. And of course it has square drills, because all Diamond Art Club mystery kits have square drills, because otherwise that background that doesn't correspond to the colour of the drill would show through and spoil the effect. But square drills are my favourite anyway, so it doesn't bother me. So let me unravel it and show you, and then I'll carry on chatting away about it. It is huge, so I'm not going to be able to show you it all in one go, but I'll move it around and show you as best as I can. Ta-da! Okay, so there is the bottom. And then let me show you the top as well. I think I might have to actually pan over this in a little bit so that you can see it all more clearly. But for now, I will just sort of pause it on that bit so you can see a lot of the main parts of it. So as I said, I did this fairly quickly for me. I always think of this size of kit as being a sort of 6-week to 2-month project. I started this on 8th of November and I finished it on the 16th of December, and I probably had maybe 4 or 5 days off during that. So really it was only a smidge over a month of actual diamond painting time for me, which I gotta say, I impressed myself. I did not think I could do a kit this big that quickly. And I had some thoughts on that, which I'll kind of get to later on, because it made me think a little bit about how I tackle diamond paintings in my stash. So yeah, I will get to that in a bit, but first off, let me chat to you about the actual image. So I did know what the image was going to be. I think I've always found out what mystery kits are going to be before I buy them, because I don't personally like the idea. You know, I am quite particular. There's no artist, even my absolute favourites, that I would want absolutely every single one of their diamond paintings. There's always some that appeal a bit less, and as my stash grows and kind of continues to get out of control compared to what I would prefer, I'm not into adding kits that, you know, I'm really not interested in. But Dominic Davison has always been one of my favourite artists. I have followed his art through a lot of different shops. I don't think I've actually worked on many from him, ironically enough. but I love them. I did do, I think it was called the Old Waterway Cottage or something like that from Dreamer Designs a really long time ago now. And that one, I actually didn't have a great experience with the canvas and the quality and that kind of thing, but I loved the artwork. I would love to see that done, kind of rendered a little bit better. I'm trying to think if I've actually done any others. I know I've had some others of his and then destashed them because I felt like I would never get to them, and then had regrets in many cases. But yeah, that's a weird one. I'm not sure I've actually done any others. So this might be my first Dominic Davison that I've done from Diamond Art Club. Certainly won't be my last. But yeah, I love his use of colours. And this one's a bit different because normally he's doing sort of straight landscapes, and this is obviously a Christmas scene with the toy shop. And that in itself is one of the things I wanted to note that I really appreciated about the render. The original artwork for this, the kind of reference picture we all saw, said Toys Shop, which was really confusing to me. Dominic Davison, as far as I'm aware, is British, and we don't say Toys Shop, we say Toy Shop. I'm not sure if that was just an error when he was making the painting. It kind of made me think of AI errors, but I mean, Dominic Davison has been creating paintings for a long time, and again, to my knowledge, he hasn't started incorporating AI. Plus, it was kind of an obvious error because your eye was sort of drawn straight to it. So I thought I was going to have to edit that out, which stressed me out a little bit because I've never edited a painting. I don't have those kind of creative skills. But I really didn't like it. You know, that irked me that it was grammatically incorrect and just didn't feel right. But the DAC rendering team had fixed it. This is exactly as the diamond painting was laid out. I made no edits. They had corrected it to Toy Shop. And I've never known them do that before. But I really appreciated that because, yeah, it really would have bothered me. And I think particularly with it being a mystery kit and not seeing exactly what you're working on till it's done, it would have been really challenging to edit. In terms of the quality of the piece, I mean, it's a Diamond Art Club. They're pretty consistent for me. I didn't have any major quality issues at all. In fact, I would say the trash for this kit was a lot lower than I'm used to because I'm a fuss pot, right? I always find loads of trash in any kit I'm working on. But this is my little trash gel pot with a cat hair in it. And as you can hopefully see if my camera will focus, it's really not that full. I have had trash drill pots of this size overflowing for smaller kits. And this is, you know, it is a big and beastie. So yeah, there really wasn't that much. The drills were very uniform, very nice indeed. The only colour that I had a little bit of trouble with was this blue AB, and I've just tipped some out into my hand as though that's going to help me show you because I didn't think to get a tray, but I can't actually see any. There were quite a few. There is one there that's a tiny bit like what I'm trying to show you, and my camera won't even focus. Brilliant. There it is. So there is one over there that's a little bit of what I'm trying to show you, but basically there were quite a few of the blue ABs where the coating was partially missing. So a lot of it would be just plain blue drill. So like the drills were the right shape and they fit well and all of that kind of thing. But yeah, I picked out quite a few of those when I could be bothered. Didn't run out of any colours. There were a couple that I was worried I was going to run out of, but that's always the way. And it's just the colours that there wasn't that much of in the first place. So then there's not that many spares. So you see the pot getting lower and get a bit worried about it, but it was actually fine. There were very occasional, very small patches of slippery glue. I have heard some comments recently online with people saying that with some of their recent kits they felt like the glue had changed a bit and they were hitting more slippy patches. I haven't come across this personally. Maybe I haven't worked on many recent kits yet. I don't know. I often tend to reach for kits that have been in my stash a bit longer. But This one, I did have a few very small slippy patches, and if you don't know what I mean, it's just it's going to feel like glue that just, it doesn't grip your drill like it should, so the drill kind of slides around, maybe doesn't want to come off your pen because the pen is stickier, you know, whatever substance you've got in the pen, putty in my case, is stickier than that slippy patch of glue. But it was usually just literally 1 or 2 drills worth of space, so it was easy enough to manage, because worst case scenario, I could just fill in all the drills around it and then make it stay, because it would be bordered by other drills. So it didn't cause any real issues. It was just something I noticed, and I thought, maybe that's what people have been talking about. In terms of working on it, it was a really nice mixture of confetti and colour blocking. By my standards anyway. I mean, looking at it now, I'm thinking it's more confetti than colour blocking. There were sections, I guess is more what I mean to say. Like, I started on this row over here, and I did basically that whole row in a day, because that was very much blocking, and it was like a weekend day when I had lots of time. And there were plenty of other sections like that within the painting that had a lot more blocking. But then conversely, there were, you know, lots of bits like there's a couple of Christmas trees, there's wreaths, all that kind of thing. And as soon as you introduce plant life, you're getting confetti. Also this, the roof of this dollhouse, let me bring you in. I did not enjoy this. That's literally just had to be checkerboarded, because it is a checkerboard. So that one kind of drove me mad for a little bit. The ABs and fairy dust I thought were used really nicely. There was some of them in every section, you know, there was quite a lot of that in this kit, because they were used to create snow, they were used to create sparkle in between the bricks, they were used to help create a glowy effect of things in the window. You know, they were kind of all over the place actually, and they look really pretty in it. But yeah, it is actually more of a confetti piece than a colour blocking piece, which is why I was so surprised that I managed to kind of finish it so quickly. And this is what I was thinking about. It's a testament to how much I enjoyed this kit that I enjoyed it in a month and a bit, because for me that really is a record-breaking speed to finish a kit this size. But it also got me thinking, you know, I've often wondered why and how some people, particularly some creators on YouTube that manage to complete so many kits in a year, and I'm so jealous because I'd love to be able to do that, how they just, yeah, they seem to whiz through them. And some of it is choice of kits, you know, more colour blocky kits are going to go quicker. Some of it is being better with multi-placing, like I'm pretty proficient multi-placing square drills, but round drills, I still can't multi-place as many. Maybe they're choosing smaller kits. There's all sorts of reasons like that. But still, I'll see other creators out there complete a kit that I have done, or similar to kits that I do, in what seems like half the time that I would typically take. And this isn't, by the way, about comparing myself to anyone else. It's just a kind of, I've always wished I could get more done, because I've got so many kits in my stash that I really want to work on, and I just don't get to them. And it really, I was enjoying this kit so much. I was spending so much time on it. And at the end of the day, I just had a bit of a realization, which is maybe quite obvious to other people, but I think a lot of these people who are completing kits a lot more quickly than me are just simply diamond painting a lot more. And it sounds so obvious, but it felt like a bit of an epiphany, because at the end of the day, there is only so fast you can move your hand. There is only so fast that you can pour drills in and out of trays and so on. Some of that stuff can't be spread up that much, and different techniques may yield slightly different results. But at the core of it, I think the past couple of years since I opened the shop, I just haven't been making as much time for diamond painting as I used to. And it might be that I'm tired at the end of the day. It might be that I'm just distracted by other things. I don't know what it is. And then the past few months, I've got really into audiobooks. Like, I've always listened to audiobooks when diamond painting, but I've also had periods of, you know, maybe watching YouTube or watching old series that I like while diamond painting. And I think those are more distracting The last few months, I've just been listening to audiobooks when I diamond paint. And specifically, I've done a lot of listening, like re-listening to old faithfuls that I've enjoyed and haven't heard in a while, or books that I've been looking forward to coming out that I knew would grip me. And the two very much go hand in hand. If I'm not into my audiobook yet, I'm not going to want to diamond paint as much because it's not as fun. I love diamond painting, but I do need something else going on to distract other parts of my brain when I'm doing it. Anyway, I guess all of this waffle is not so much about this kit as just some ponderings on diamond painting in general, and it just made me make a bit of a promise to myself that next year I will make more time for my hobby, because I enjoy it so much when I do it, and I really love being able to get through kits. So yeah, I'm just going to prioritize it a little more. Stop procrastinating, you know, stop doom scrolling on my phone instead of just sitting down to diamond paint. So yeah, that was my thoughts around this kit. I will say though, because I did spend such long hours on this, I did have some problems with my neck and shoulder. You may or may not know, if you've watched my videos before, I've spoken about the fact that I do have neck and shoulder issues. I diamond paint on an easel, but even then, after a while, things get tight. I've actually recently been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, so that is a big part of what's going on for me, but I also need to pay attention to that. So there are limits. I couldn't ever be one of those people, even if I didn't have the shop to run, who sits and diamond paints for 10 hours a day, because my body would not let me, even if my heart and soul really wanted to. But yeah, I don't actually have anything else much to say about this, because it was just such a fun, lovely project, and I'm so happy with the result that I feel like all I'm going to do if I stay here much longer is just gush about it. I think I'm going to pan over it a little bit, just because I'm very conscious you can't see the whole thing. And then I'll just pop back to say goodbye. What do you think? Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, they did such a good job rendering it. I'm really, really happy with this. I did and ah over whether to pick this up when it came out. I remember I wasn't sure. And I decided to go for it because I think I really liked the image, but it wasn't like, you know, an image I had to have at the time. And what I've discovered is that because I love mystery kits so much, I feel like the bar for how much I need to love the artwork is a little bit lower for a mystery kit. So I did go ahead and pick it up, and I'm just glad I did, because when it came to deciding what Christmas kit I was going to work on this year, this was the one that stood out from my stash. And yeah, what can I say that I haven't already in this video, but I have had a ball with this. I love it. So yeah, gorgeous. Really, 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 really happy with it. Let me know in the comments what kits you're working on for Christmas, or for other celebrations. You know, maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, but you have diamond paintings that represent the celebrations that you have at this time of year. I would love to hear from you. Okay, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm not entirely sure when this video is going to be going up. I think it may not be until the week just before Christmas. I'm waiting on some deliveries basically, and I will prioritize putting up videos on those. But yeah, we'll see. So I'll just sort of say, you know, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and, you know, have a lovely time whatever you're doing. But yeah, it may be that I'm putting this up a full week before Christmas, and that's a little premature. I think I'll just say it in every video from now on. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you're not yet subscribed, I'd love to have you stick around, so please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.